Inexhaustible natural resources. You see sun every day. Feel the blowing of air. Drink the water. Use solar devices in various activities. You know that these are inexhaustible natural resources. Let us define them as the resources which are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities are called inexhaustible natural resources. Exhaustible natural resources. The amount of these resources in nature is limited. They can be exhausted by human activities and are called exhaustible natural resources. Examples of these resources are forests, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. Formation of coal. Coal, petroleum and natural gas are exhaustible natural resources formed from the dead remains of living organisms, fossils. So, these are also known as fossil fuels. Fossil fuels formed many parts of the earth. They were formed many billion years ago. Many parts of the earth were covered with large plants growing in soil. When the vegetation died, it became dead plants and got decomposed. During the decomposition process, the plant materials gave up oxygen, hydrogen, and left carbon was formed as peat. Over a long period of time, layer of sedimentary rock deposited on top of the peat. Weight of layers compressed the peat and made it become hard. Pressure, heat and movement of layers combined to change the deposit into coal. As coal contains mainly carbon, the slow process of conversion of dead vegetation into coal is called carbonization. It is as hard as stone and is black in color. The fuel which is mine is widely used today, such as used to cook food, in railway engines to produce steam to run the engine, thermal power plants to produce electricity. Coal is also used as a fuel in various industries. When the fuel burnt, it releases large amount of heat. Coal is classified based on carbon content: peat, lignite, bituminous and anthracite. Click on the button and know more about it. Products of coal. Coal can be processed to form a number of compounds. Let us demonstrate with the help of an activity. When the coal is heated strongly in the absence of air, it changes and forms coke. The gas released in the process is passed through the water. On doing this, some of the compounds get condensed and settle down at the bottom of the container. This is known as coal tar. Some compounds remain in the gaseous state and are collected in the reservoir. These compounds are called coal gas. Coke. It is a tough, porous and black substance. It is almost a pure form of carbon. Coke is used in the manufacture of steel and the extraction of many metals. Coal tar. It is a black, thick liquid with unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of about 200 substances. Products obtained from coal tar are used as starting materials for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industry, such as synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, etc. Coal gas. Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. It is used as a fuel in many industries situated near the coal processing plants. Petroleum. Crude oil or petroleum is deposited under the sea. It is a fossil fuel. As the organisms living in the sea died, their bodies settled at the bottom of the sea and got covered with layers of sand and clay. Over millions of years, absence of air, high temperature and high pressure transformed the dead organisms into petroleum and natural gas. Petrol is used as a fuel in light automobiles such as motorcycles, scooters and cars. refining of petroleum. These days, crude oil is extracted from the ground. It is a mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, and lubricating oil. It is transported for refining with the help of a pipeline or a sea tanker. Refining is a process in which various constituents or fractions of petroleum are separated. It is carried out in a petroleum refinery. Crude oil is heated in a distillation tower to produce liquefied gases. Heavy distillates include naphtha and light distillates include petrol for car, kerosene for aircraft, diesels for heavy vehicles, and heating oils, etc. Naphtha is again heated under the steam cracking, which breaks down into various products such as ethylene, propylene, styrene, etc. These products are further used in the petrochemical plants for the manufacturing of plastic products. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, and Mumbai High, and in the river basins of Godavari and Krishna, Mahanadi, Bhubaneswar, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Some natural resources are limited. The burning or combustion of fossil fuels produces large amounts of energy, but it also produces polluting gases such as carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, and invisible solid particulates, also called sooty particles, cause air pollution in the form of acid rain. These gases also link to global warming. It is therefore necessary that we use these fuels only when absolutely necessary. This will result in better environment, smaller risk of global warming, and their availability for a longer period of time. In India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Association (PCRA) advises people how to save petrol or diesel while driving. The tips are: drive at a constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Switch off the engine at traffic lights or at a place where you have to wait. Ensure correct tire pressure and ensure regular maintenance of vehicle.